Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 5 of What If Bulma Wished for a Boyfriend. If you haven't seen part 4, there is a title card where you can go check it out and see what happened in the last part. But today we'll be going into the 23rd World Tournament Saga. Will Vegeta and Goku learn the Super Saiyan transformation? How will this new tournament go down? With Piccolo never being born, how could this affect the future of the story? Also on our Discord server for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe give us some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future I could do them. Check the link in the description down below. Today's question of the video is from Andrew SSJ 3879. What is the best what if you would like to be in the main story? And this is gonna be real quick and simple for me. What if Raditz turned good? Made by Moxico X, just that whole series of Goku's older brother actually turning good and actually becoming a character, which is very interesting. And the way he made the rivalry between Raditz and Vegeta was pretty good. I don't know. Raditz could have been a really good character, you know, Goku's family member, the only family member he had left, besides just killing him off and then moving on with the story. But yeah, thank you for your question. If you want your comment to be featured in the next video, just comment down a question you would like me to answer, and maybe you'll be looking for your comment to be featured in the next video. Without further ado, let's dive into part 5 of What If Bulma Wished for a Boyfriend. Vegeta wakes up in a quick shock as the last thing he remembers was seeing Bulma getting hurt. But then he sees Yamcha and Krillin and asks them what had happened. They look confused at each other as they didn't think Vegeta wasn't fully there in his rage moment, but they explained everything with what Kami had told them. His eyes widened to the fact that he achieved the legendary Super Saiyan form, but he doesn't remember any of it. But then his mind darted to Bulma as he said that they need to go check on her quickly, as they would all go fly back to town. When they arrived, they saw Goku talking to Bulma. Vegeta would go hug Bulma, apologizing that he couldn't protect her, and now he lashed out. But Bulma told him that she is okay, since Goku gave her a senzu bean and explained to her what had happened. Vegeta would thank Goku for helping them out, as Goku would just smile, but would ask if he could tap into the Super Saiyan form again, but he shook his head as he didn't even remember it. But if they both could obtain the form, then Frieza wouldn't stand a chance. Then they're gonna talk about what they're gonna do about Tien, but Vegeta said that he had it coming to him, and this will be a lesson for the Crane School. After this event, things will go on and everyone would continue training, but this time at Capsule Corp, as Bulma wanted Vegeta to be close while he wanted to see if he could obtain the Super Saiyan form again, and wanted the aid of Goku and the others. They had time to train for about 2 months. During those months, Goku was able to activate his Akari form at will now, but Vegeta wasn't able to tap back into the Super Saiyan form. However, during one sparring match, they were trying to make Vegeta mad so that he could possibly transform into the Super Saiyan, but the only thing that changed was his aura turning yellow for a bit, but wasn't able to break through the barrier. Here are the new power levels. Vegeta went from 75k to 85k, as he did take a small break from training, while Goku was able to boost his 60k to 80k, gaining close to Vegeta. Yamcha and Krillin had a huge boost since they got good sparring matches with Goku in his Akari form, as it went from 8k all the way up to 20k. Now this entire tournament will be completely different, with basically losing half of the original roster. With Tien and Mercenary Tao already dead, Demon King Piccolo being sealed and never creating Piccolo Jr., and with no threat, Kami wouldn't need to disguise himself to participate in the tournament. So with Vegeta taking one of their places, the others would be replaced by some random fighters. But a good thing would be the lack of threat in this tournament, and everyone could just enjoy the tournaments and the fights they will have without any worries. When they're in the preliminary rounds, the gang would meet up with Chi-Chi and the whole situation with Goku and her would remain the same. The group would be shocked that Goku would have made such a promise, and Vegeta would hit Goku across the head and explain to him what he said to her. The first matchup would be Vegeta versus another fighter, which wouldn't be much for him, but when we go to the next match, it would be a lot easier for Goku, but he would spend time trying to figure out who this fighter is, as once Chi-Chi explains who she is and what Goku promised her many years ago, it would come back to Goku. Now with being around Vegeta and Bulma a lot and having some knowledge about relationships, Goku would still end up proposing to Chi-Chi and have a concept of what couples are. This move shocked everyone, as Bulma would give a look to Vegeta, almost looking mad at him that Goku married before them, and how quickly he did it. The next 2 matches for Krillin and Yamcha would be pretty simple since it was no challenge for them at all, but when we go to the semifinals, that is where things get interesting, with it being Goku against Vegeta, and this is the first time they have went against each other that wasn't in the finals. They both get in a stance. They made a promise not to use their Akari form so they wouldn't cause too much damage. Vegeta doesn't lie and tells Goku that he is a bit nervous since he has slacked on his training a bit, and Goku got close to catching up with him in strength. Goku giggles, telling him that he will win this time as they both charge up and go to attack each other. They're almost even with having similar fighting styles, so it is hard for one to outsmart the other, but Vegeta does have the slight advantage with him still being stronger than Goku. He lands a strong punch which pushes Goku away, but he just smiles saying that he did come up with some attacks in case he wasn't stronger than Vegeta. Their fight would continue, and the first technique he catches Vegeta off guard with would be his Solar Flare, which would blind Vegeta, and then Goku would take his chance slamming Vegeta down and shooting some Ki Blasts which hit Vegeta directly, as he would get up slightly damaged. He smirks, being impressed as he is not surprised that Goku would come up with some strategies when it came to fighting people stronger than him. Their brawl would continue, and this time it would be a bit more even after the damage that Vegeta took. The extra training that Goku did was now showing its benefits, as now Goku was winning the fight with the various techniques that he was learning during his training. He used other attacks like the after image, shooting Kamehameha wave out of his feet, and began to outsmart Vegeta. Vegeta almost regretted his pause in training as he was getting his ass kicked. In the end, Goku would win against Vegeta for the first time, as he would celebrate and give a hand to Vegeta, saying that it was a good fight. Vegeta said that he still has more wins under his belt, and if they went all out, he would have lost. As Goku laughs, agreeing with Vegeta, but they would continue to grow stronger to have better fights in the future as they both shake their hand. We move on to the next semi-final match, as it would be also a really good fight between Yamcha and Krillin, as they are basically equals, as they always have been training together. This fight is practically a stalemate for some time, as one could not outmatch the other, but what would be the deciding factor for the winner of the match would be Yamcha, because he has longer legs and arm. I'm sorry, Krillin. Then we go to the finals. Yamcha is looking forward to fighting Goku, even though he knows he will lose, but it is a breath of fresh air that he made it to the finals this time, and that he isn't losing against Vegeta for the third time in a row, so he is taking this well. Goku will hold back as he does want to have a good fight with Yamcha, and so Yamcha can test out his own skills. Yamcha would throw out all of his attacks on Goku using his Wolf Fang Fist, Kamehameha Wave, and his new attack, the Spirit Ball. All the attacks were intriguing to Goku, but nothing did phase him. He laughs, saying how far they both has come, as Goku would remember the first time they fought, and how he basically lost to him, but only because he was hungry, and now they finally got their rematch. Yamcha agrees, even though he is super outclassed, but maybe one day they could be equal in power, and then they could have a real fight. The fight continued, as it was entertaining to watch, but in the end, Goku would come out victorious and win his first world tournament, as everyone would cheer and celebrate. After the tournament, Goku and Chi-Chi would end up getting married, and not long after, Bulma and Vegeta would get married as well. Now we get into the 5-year time skip, and trust me, they will not just sit around. Goku, Yamcha, Krillin, and Vegeta will continue training. They would explain everything to Chi-Chi about Frieza and Goku and Vegeta being aliens, and I feel like she would understand it and allow it as long as Goku would spend time with the family. But also once Gohan was born, Vegeta and Bulma also had their first kid, being Trunks, and with that, Chi-Chi and Bulma would spend time together, and their kids would too hang out, and growing up become good friends. They did everything together, both extremely smart and even with amazing potential, since their fathers are much stronger at this point in time. Once they turn 4 years old, Trunks would start training with his dad from time to time, and Gohan would want to as well, seeing Trunks train. Chi-Chi wasn't too sure about this, but Bulma would come in saying that if she's worried about Gohan's studies, he could continue his studies here at Capsule Corp. Hell, Bulma is smart and has a lot of money, so I can see her giving Trunks amazing schooling with all the money she got and her own knowledge, so she could offer that to Gohan as well. With that, Gohan would also begin training, and now the Z Fighters grew to 6 members. During the training, Krillin and Yamcha began to catch up with the Saiyans, with being to withstand close to the same levels of gravity as them, until one day Vegeta managed to tap back into the Super Saiyan transformation. The power felt by everyone was huge, as this is on a whole nother level than their Ikari form. Vegeta cheered at being the legendary Super Saiyan, and knows now that training will allow them to reach new heights. At this point, Vegeta manages to obtain the Super Saiyan form a year before the start of Z, so this will boost the training for them all, and the half Saiyans are joining in at this already overpowered training partner. Vegeta will try to help Goku obtain the form as well. They do wonder if their sons could become Super Saiyans, but right now he wants Goku to achieve it first. I would say that it is safe to say that he would be able to tap into the transformation once during the remaining year, but like his Ikari form, wouldn't be able to tap back into it at will just yet. For now, Yamcha and Krillin are growing a lot with these training partners, but they do struggle and wonder if they could learn a technique or a transformation that could power them up to keep up with these Saiyans, and are worried that soon their kids would surpass them. Now before we end the episode, we should discuss the power levels. Vegeta, after 5 years of training, his base form went from 85k all the way up to 1 million, with Super Saiyan making it 50 million. Goku went from 80k to 1 million with his Ikari form making it 10 million. Krillin and Yamcha went from 20k all the way up to 750k, and with Gohan and Trunks being around 100k with a year worth of training. Away far, deep in space, we see a singular Saiyan space pod heading towards Earth. As we look into it, we see a severely battle-scarred Raditz, as he is on this hunt for his younger brother Kakarot. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for now. Tell me how y'all think about the 5th part and how it did with the 23rd World Tournament Saga. What will Raditz do once he gets on Earth? Why is he so severely scarred? What has he been up to ever since Vegeta disappeared from his crew? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.